Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up? Big connect! Let me tell you guys, big connect! I am so excited. I am so happy. Let me tell you, I love Big Connect! Yes! Hey, 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 everybody. My name is Carlos. Let me tell you, I love... Whoa! Yeah. I love... Big Connect! Whoa, what's up? No. That's a scam! No! What am I gonna do?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Saturday Scam Busters. I'm your host, Seth Estrada, and if you're watching this video, you're probably on my YouTube channel, Seth Estrada. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and hit the recording now because this will be rebroadcast to BitTube, where you can follow me at Mind Your Biz. It feels good to say that. And for my BitTube family, another great day in BitTube land. Appreciate you being so supportive. Really appreciate that. Hey, Ken, yeah, that is a very loud remix, and I've got to give some attribution here. That was remixed by, make sure I got it right, by Place Boing. And that debuted last year. So got to give attribution there. I'll create a link down in the comments or down in the description of the video a little later on. And guys, on Saturday Scam Busters, the intent of this show, this is kind of a new segment, and it was at the recommendation of SRXA and a couple of other forum members inside of the Mind Your Biz Discord server saying, hey, why don't we go ahead and put some of these projects under scrutiny, put them on blast, take audience requests, try to figure out, like, who is... Right. Can I actually, I love that remix. I'll show it to you guys because it's actually a video remix. So I can play it later on in the show. And there may be a reason for it. So guys, I wanted to start this segment on Saturdays because there are so many people that just get suckered, right? In 2017, the bull run resulted in so many like Me Too entries into the ICO space, into the cloud the cloud hash space, right? And like fake colocation, where it was like, we're going to pre-sell you all this hash power. Never mind the fact that we don't even have a single machine to actually fulfill their obligations. Do all kinds of just shady stuff. So guys, quick audience shout out. Thank you so much, Reynaldo, for showing up, close to the beginning. I appreciate that. That's nice. Thanks. And Bludget, thanks so much. Ken, we also have, oh God, a pizza in the house. And so John, guys, thank you so much for showing up on a Saturday. We know the markets are down. And here's the thing. When the markets are down, these folks start scheming, right? They're like Mr. Burns, just rubbing their fingers, waiting for an opportunity to scam somebody else because their profits are down doing legitimate blockchain activities like mining or right, or like doing anything that actually contributes value, or like programming, actually innovating in real blockchain products. Vorn, thanks so much for the hello there in the comment section as well. Appreciate you guys. You know I love your face. It means a lot when you show up to these events live. So I was asked by somebody in the forum, Tim, thank you as well for showing up. Appreciate you. Good to see you. I was asked by the community to look specifically at this one. This came up in the Discord server where we had a member ask specifically, about this new product, Block.money, to which I responded like, dude, somebody go buy former Eastern Block.money, because this is just hilarious, and then have it redirect to this or whatever, I don't know, or like put it in an iframe or something and just like, draw dirty pictures with like in marker over the top of it. I don't know. Anyway, oh, hey, Bludgeon is asking me what shirt am I wearing today. Today I am wearing my tall, dark, and rugged shirt, and it's got a beard shaped like mine on it. We don't have this one in the Mind Your Biz store. Appreciate you asking. We do have some others, and I can show you those just really briefly. It's a natural outgrowth of the conversation, so appreciate you asking, Bludget. But if you go to Amazon, all you have to do is search for mineyour.biz. Don't forget the dot. I'm not trying to insult anyone, just trying to let you know where to go. But mineyour.biz. And you'll see the Hungry AF for crypto shirt. You'll see this GPU can hash all night shirt and the I love your face shirt, which I haven't ordered yet. I said that I'm going to. I've threatened to. So I will get that in. I'll probably get it in green so that you can see my floating face on top of my floating face. It's going to be amazing. So, guys, that's the merch, the official merch on Amazon, and we're working on our e-commerce store still. We were with Shopify before. Turns out we may be able to go back. So we may open up the Shopify store again so we can take your crypto orders. Oh, don't. Stop. Okay, keep on going. No, seriously, stop. Okay, let's talk about some notable problems in some of these projects, right? So Block.money, it doesn't look too terrible. It looks like any other website, except there's no particle.js, so I don't know. How legit could it really be? They've got some kind of low poly mesh in the background. This seems to be the sort of thing that most of these projects do in order to look authentic, right? So we have some kind of geometric pattern in the background, or we've got particle.js, something kind of busy on the screen to distract us from the fact that there's very little information. It's kind of, we start off on the wrong foot, right? Hey, Kent, appreciate you saying that. And guys, thank you so much for hitting the like button. Thank you so much for being subscribed. And thank you so much for making the community awesome. We were really messing around in the Discord server before. I make no apologies for jokes about really anything. We can have fun there, guys. We can get maybe a little bit irreverent, though the bot is, yes, it is a little bit restrictive about the language that you use. I mean, what would happen if crypto all of a sudden was actually interesting to women? We would be in trouble because we're always talking like about super terrible, dirty things in dirty ways. So let's rein ourselves in, gentlemen and lady. There may be one lady in the audience today. By the numbers, there could be one. We actually have to get past 40 or 50 live viewers in order to get a single female in the audience. It makes my heart hurt. But here we are, guys. Block.money doesn't look terrible, right? But it uses a lot of the buzzwords that every other project uses, right? Secure, private, decentralized, egalitarian. Ooh, that's nice. Fungible, fast. Hey, we got Jolinator in the comments as well. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. And guys, thanks so much for sharing this link out on Twitter and on Reddit, especially our cryptocurrency, where we've got hopefully a willing audience there to take a look at some of these ideas, some of these projects, and determine with us, do we think this is a scam? Because I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it to you by the end of this show, guys. I don't want to go on record saying anything is a scam. Again, the standard disclaimer: none of this is financial, legal, or any other sort of professional advice. Not for making business decisions, not for making your own investment decisions. This is just a guide. It's a social experiment that we're all doing together with this whole crypto thing. So let's look at some of this stuff and let's talk to each other, right? Let's make this conversation. Philip, how are you? Welcome. Matt, also good to see you. If you are waiting for my grandma to join the chat, you will wait a very long time. I'm just put it that way. Very long time, and it would also require a miracle. But talking about Block.money, they say it's fungible and fast. Everybody likes to say that. Fungible. High fungibility is usually the hallmark of a crypto note or of something that is meant to be a cash replacement like Bitcoin Cash. Let's see what they're actually talking about. So first off, hey, it's a single page, and let's see if navigation scrolls us on that page. It does. All right. And then we lose our navigation. So hey, word of advice to whoever does the front end design for Block.money, you might want to make your navigation persistent, because now I have to scroll. I can't just click buttons. So womp womp, no particle.js, no buttons to navigate across the page. Disappoint. I am disappointed. Okay, about the speaking of block, did they just name it after all this wall of text? Because I just see giant blocks of text. The block money symbol B ticker. That's almost exactly the Bytecoin ticker. It's pretty close, right? Block is a fully decentralized cryptocurrency, egalitarian proof of work. with CryptoNight algorithm. Cool story. Which one? Based on open source CryptoNote technology using low and fixed rate fees per transaction, launched in May 2018 with a brand new ecosystem and exclusive set of mining tools. One of our mission is to build more open, accessible, and fair financial future. Our technology is revolutionizing the financial services industry by empowering users across the globe to authenticate and transact immediately and without costly intermediaries using the blockchain technology. Gah. I almost drowned in that ocean of text. Oh, man. That's a good one, Litecoin. Hey, Fidad. Good to see you in the comments. So why the block decentralized? I can't read through all this, guys, and I'm not going to subject you to it either. Let's go ahead and let's cherry pick some highlights here. The most important question that any one of these projects can answer, and this is what I would advise any tech project to do. As a consultant, I have done this before. And occasionally it hurts feelings just a little bit until they realize, oh yeah, we haven't really profiled our customer very well. We don't really know who we're selling to. We don't really know what problems we're solving. We don't really know where to find them because we don't understand our customer profile. Rackley, how are you? Good to see you in the comments. So why? Answering why is a really important question in terms of helping people understand. All the other stuff, kind of not so much important, right? Secure, private, untraceable, transparent, true egalitarian proof of work and decentralized. We've heard it all before, right? We've read it all before. But their answer, when we ask them, why do you exist? That matters, I think. I don't know. Guys, give me gosh, we need code. We need code for yes in the comments, right? Just say like, yeah, tell me, do you agree? Talk to me in the comments. I think why is the most important question we can ask. Why do you exist? Why does your project matter? There's another question that I think is really, really important, and we'll get to it in just a minute. In the meantime, if you see my frozen face, that's intentional. Okay, it's actually not really. I'm going to go ahead and hide that really fast and try to unfreeze my face. Oh, you guys know I love your face. Occasionally my face just freezes. Don't ask me why. It just happens. There we go. Yeah, I've been having issues with these webcams for a while. Got to do a studio upgrade over here on this side. But why? I think that's the most important question they can answer. And if they can't answer it succinctly, then there may be a problem, right? There may be a serious problem. There might not be a problem with the development they're doing or with their roadmap. There might not be a problem. Well, Ronaldo, that's a good question. Why is the sky blue? But I ask you a counter question. Who is trying to sell you the sky? Because if they're trying to sell you the sky over, say, the ocean, then they might have good reason for telling you why the sky is blue. They're trying to sell us their coins. They need to answer why. So we're passionate about cryptocurrency and truly convinced that blockchain technology is going to change our world. Got it? That's why we're here. Too many ICOs are popping up every day without real products at the end. At the end, and a lot of disappointment. We decided to do it differently. Block is a true and real mining cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, using improved adaptive features to fit our current world and economy, including exclusive mining tools to offer egalitarian money distribution. We have a strong belief in our no funding strategy. If we make a cool product, the value will create itself. Own a part of history. Deal with Block.money, the original blockchain coin? How could they call themselves the original blockchain coin? Hey, Ronaldo, I appreciate you saying that, man. And it takes a strong player to be able to get hit with a slide tackle, get up, and keep on playing. So appreciate your attitude about that. So, all right, stop, guys. Jeez, all the applause. I mean, I'm flattered, but really, you don't have to. All right, so I don't get where they get off saying they're the original blockchain coin. Whatever. Yeah, Rackley, you're right. They probably should hire a writer. Hey, I know a guy that could maybe help them figure out messaging. But I have to believe in their product, and so do you, right? That's the thing. And no amount of really good copywriting or copy editing is going to make up for a terrible, terrible product. And so that's what we have to evaluate now, right? So they've answered their why. I think it's a little bit generic. I don't think they've really said much. They've gone through and listed more features. They haven't really said that they have any kind of a driving mission. Hey, Terry B, good to see you in the comments. Thanks so much for saying hello. And Random Crypto, good to see you too. Random Crypto and I know a secret. All right, so we might talk about it on a show together in the future. Hey, Ronaldo, thanks so much, man. $5 Canadian. Almost 550. Oh, Oh, man. Thank you. So really appreciate that. Sprengmeister, good to see you. Thank you for saying hello in the comments. Appreciate that. So they say fast transaction speed, adaptive parameters, fungible, double spending. Wait, double spending is a feature? Or you're trying to prevent double spending? Maybe said incorrectly. Whatever. Fast transaction speed. Okay, 2 minute block time, which is not terrible. They say it's 5 times faster than Bitcoin, which they think is okay. Frankly, faster than 2 minutes. Again, guys, huge shout out to Rocksteady from the Turtlecoin project, where he went over block times with us live in the coin fork of Canary. Right? We saw exactly how hard it is to make a coin exactly like this, and I can whip up a website like this. I can do a pop-up website like this in 2 hours. So the following day, I could have had a website up and going for Canary Coin. In fact, I may or may not already have a URL for it. But my point is, if you know how to frame it correctly with the copy, like Rackley was saying, the rest is not impossible. Mobile application. That's actually pretty cool. And even if they just reskinned another mobile application, I mean, that's something. It's some amount of work. But if they didn't add any new functionality to it in terms of security or in terms of database, in terms of how it interacts with other stuff, did they do any kind of like Changely or Changely integration or something in order to get you to help you accept other types of cryptocurrency or pay out in their native cryptocurrency and then have it exchanged for something else? Unlikely, because I don't think that Changely supports them yet. They seem like they're probably too young a project for that to be the case. Just throwing it out there. So Terry B, you're saying lull at double spending. Wasn't that the 51% on Zen a few months back? So yeah, double spend attacks and 51% attacks are the two major vectors, right? So yeah, they don't talk about 51% attacks because they can't, because if they're using strictly proof of work, there's no way for them to guarantee that their network is secure. And the total network hash rate is a function of how many people are actually mining, right? So if they're just getting started and they're a very young project, then getting 51% is not too hard. So, it is my lovely wife. Can't talk right now. I'll call you back shortly, I say. All right. Oh, Litecoin Lucky wants me to go there. I don't know that I can go there, guys. They've got, I don't know that I can go there. The Block.money is the new digital cash powered by an open source blockchain with anonymous transactions, including exclusive mining tools which provide a true egalitarian money distribution. Everybody can earn passive income while sleeping or just anywhere, anytime by simply using a mobile phone. That's an amazing quote. Who wrote that? Like Bill Gates or something? Oh, wait. No attribution. That was probably their coin project founder. I mean, I would do that. Like as a marketer, I would put it in quotes. It looks strong, doesn't it? So it does fool people. Guys, I'm not going to go out and call this a scam yet. What I will say is that it's positioning, it's marketing and positioning a product in such a way that they try to keep people from thinking too critically because it looks authoritative, right? Like we see this all the time with all the other websites. There we go. More particles there in the background. Not particle.js though. Just saying. Huge opportunity there. Roadmap 2018. Whew, it's a busy roadmap. They really want to get a lot done. Team recruitment and start of work in December of 2017. Yeah, no doubt. Hey guys, we got all this Bitcoin money. What are we going to do with it? I don't know. Let's fork a new coin. But they didn't actually get started until February of 2018. Algo change, ASIC resistant implementation in April 2018. They may have just rebased to XMR, right? They could be doing that, where they're just rebasing to the current version of XMR. They're just pulling any fork changes, proof of work fork changes from XMR. So if they forked XMR, they could make this claim without doing hardly any work. Now, again, I'm not a programmer, but I know how to use GitHub well enough to be able to fork a repo and to be able to pull changes from, yeah. So, Rackley, the quotes indicate sarcasm. What? Sarcasm? All right. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that Rackley actually wins this round. You win this edition of Scam Busters. Thank you, Rackley. That was great. So going along, guys, really, the applause are unnecessary. You don't have to. It's okay. No, I mean, for Rackley, go ahead. Okay, stop. All right. with the roadmap just for the end of 2018, it's so much stuff, right? May. They did a bunch of stuff in May. Block developer website. Okay. In-browser JavaScript web miner. Okay. That might not have been theirs. There were JavaScript web miners from everywhere else. All they had to do is change out the wallet addresses and the algos. Telegram wallet. That's interesting. Telegram wallet. They could have forked that from someone else. Telegram Explorer bot. All this stuff exists. RPC wallet, command line client, and simple wallet. All that stuff. These repos exist everywhere else. So in April, between April to May is when they made the most changes. Everything else is on the roadmap for the end of the year. So from today to the end of the year, iPhone and iPad wallet and mining app. Who cares about mining on an A9 on the an ARM V8 processor? You're going to get 8 cores at best, no virtual cores, which don't mine very well anyway. And you're going to get max 8 gigs RAM on some Android devices, not much on an iPhone or an iPad. As you know, historically, mining hash rates for XMR or for other crypto nodes before the X3 miner was announced by Bitmain, you're getting like 9 to 10 hashes per second. Come on, really? Who cares about that? Wallet mining software for Android. Okay, same diff. Exchange listing. That's big. Being listed on an exchange would help. Mining software for Apple TV. It's not going to be too difficult to port if you're already on iOS, already done the iOS development. But again, why? Release of the shop with cryptocurrencies items. Oh, guys, proofread. Creation of private investment pool in Block for blockchain projects. Okay, that's interesting. So they want to create a fundraising platform for other projects. It's not bad, not a bad place to be in terms of business development. New others mining software cannot be revealed at this moment. Dun, dun, dun. Intrigue, mystery. Development of services, shops, apps to use and spend the block. Online paper wallet generator. Oh, exciting. R&D on third parties, integration, R&D on hardware wallet, API block coin for internet payment gateway, WordPress, Shopify, etc. Now, being listed on Changely or some other service would probably help with that. So what they may be referring to is, having some other API there. Oh boy, where to start? Or maybe where to stop, right? Like, how many items can you fit into Q4 of 2018? I don't know how many of these they plan on actually getting to, but it's just too much in my mind. 2019, decentralized block exchange, new services, shops, app development to use and spend on the block. Basically, they're rehashing all the stuff that they were talking about over here, including a hardware wallet. And this is just all in the hopes that once they get an exchange listing, like right there, boom, everything from exchange listing forward is contingent on getting the exchange listing. Everything from exchange listing backward, in my mind, guys, this is me calling the development team's bluff. I'm not calling them a scam. But this is me calling the development team's bluff. This is probably all they can focus on for the rest of this year. Get the mining app done. Get the mobile wallet and mining app done for iOS and for Android, and then maybe get an exchange listing. I'm sorry. Mining software for Apple TV, if they can do it for iOS, they can probably do it for Apple TV OS, if that's what they're calling it, right? I want to say that it is. So there shouldn't be too much difficulty in pulling that repo into a functioning product over on Apple TV. It's an intriguing idea if you know how to create botnets from Apple TVs, but not if you have just one Apple TV. You know what I mean? Like if you knew, like, okay, well, I live next to a college town, so there's like 60,000 students, and a third of them all have Apple TVs. Get yourself 20,000 Apple TVs, and maybe you can mine something of any consequence. But outside of that, even at that, the hash rate is so low. You're talking about like between 20,000 students. If you could just steal all of their Apple TVs, create a botnet, and then get that hash rate of just those like 20,000 Apple TVs, you're just now starting to get as high a hash rate as you would get by buying a couple of Bitmain Kryptonite ASICs. And then you're probably going to jail. All right. I'm not too happy with what I see there on the development roadmap. Again, not going to call it a scam, but what I will say is I think it's overly optimistic. Okay, Sir John says just to refactor someone's existing code until exchange, then exit scam. Ooh. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible it is an exit scam. I'm not going to say that just yet, but I will say, sir, that's a compelling argument. Could be. Could be. Viewers, what do you think? Everybody who's watching right now, I see 35 viewers live. Please tell me, based on what we're seeing so far, do you think that Sir John is right? Do you think that this is very likely doing an exchange and exit scam where these guys are just getting ready to dump their developer pre-mine? Tell me in the comments. It's possible, right? Anything's possible. But based on what we've seen just so far, where's your head at? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Get behind an opinion. Yes or no? Is this a scam? So looking here at their block emission. Pot dead. Buy. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. You were correcting I thought you were like actually saying like, not a scam. Buy. Totes. I'm all in. I'm all in on Block. I'm all in on Block.money. No, he wasn't ready. Wrecked. Okay, Jeffed Up. First off, I love that username. Jeffed Up says exit scam. Ronaldo, scam. The team, a human machine. Bemused Caffeine says scam. Philip says scam. Come on, guys, tell me. Tell me what you think. Put your comments where your mouth is. Is that even possible? Okay, whatever. You know what I mean. Steve. Oh, sweet. He's a crypto machine. Thomas. Maxime. Speedy. Daniel. Paul. Ujwal. Christoph. That's the one difficult thing about having a uniquely ethnic name. You see that and you're like, oh, dude, the token Indian guy. It's like, oh, that could be a problem. All right. Tim says, children with no adult supervision. Vorn says scam. Faded says scam. Pizza says scam. Terry says, I don't trust it from what I've heard, but joined late as has all the red flags for a scam. Troy Bates says, no real photos. Also, no links to any GitHub repo for any of these. We'll see. There's probably a unified commit history from one single account, as we've seen from some other projects. Let's take a little bit closer look. Chat with Block on Telegram. Oh, should I chat with them live? Should we see if they even respond? I'm going to do it. Okay, so looking up the Block GitHub in another tab and popping open. I am so excited. I am so excited to talk about Block.money. Oh, wait, I can't talk to them. It's an announcement channel. No wonder it only has 176 members. I'm out. Bye. Okay. Well, that didn't help. That didn't work out. So, yeah, we can't really talk to you. Can't really chat with you on Telegram, can we? You're just talking at us. This is a problem. Okay. Furious Team. Block. What else does Furious Team have? Okay, Furious Team. Block pool mining, Block wallet, Block official pool, Node, multi-hashing, Block iPhone miner. But that is forked from somebody else. That's forked from somebody else. Is this really a surprise, guys? That's really a surprise. Okay, so February, they really were hard at work in making some changes to whatever the code base was there. They had a commit history that spanned a couple of weeks exactly. So like 2 weeks, it had their full interest. And then into March, oh my gosh, a couple of weeks with nothing. They probably took the repos offline and then just did four contributions, 4 commits there. And recently, a couple of interspersed commits there, but really nothing since July, guys. We're into August, nothing. Troy Bates says it's a scam. Reynaldo says, mwahahaha. I agree. Always say mwahahaha in the most evil voice you can. Roderick, good to see you in the comments. Thanks for saying hello. All right, so I'm not seeing much by way of the GitHub commit history that is really impressive. I don't view it as being malicious yet, guys. I can't bring myself to say that they're a scam. That sounds really harsh, but I can say that their North Star, right? Their guiding star is the same as so many other crypto notes that, as you saw on the show with Rocksteady and me, are not that hard. Roderick, dude, no, this is not the same. This is not the same as yanking somebody's car door open and pulling them out and robbing them in broad daylight. Probably. Yeah, it's not the same as that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, but I am curious about the iPhone miner, 10Digi. 10Digi. Oh, that's so cool. Get it? 10Digi. That's a great username. So 10Digi right here has the XMR miner that is clearly ARM optimized, right? So, oh, look at that. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe for a second that you can get more than 20 hashes per second on a mobile device, any mobile device, even an octa-core mobile device. I just don't see it happening. So, interesting. Well, interesting. Interesting. All right, guys. I think the eyes have it. Oh, they have a Discord chat too. Oh, guys, I really want to talk to them. Do you want to talk to them? Let's talk to them. Give me an air horn if you want to talk to them. I knew I could count on you. Thanks, fam. All right. All righty. Okay, first off, I've got a couple of... Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. All right, so I've got something really, really juicy that just came in on... I can't show this on Discord, so the person who submitted it, we'll come back to that. It makes me really, truly sad to see. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't talk much about this, but... Oh, jeez. All righty. Where'd you go? Here you are. Block.money. Dun, dun, dun. Howdy. We are live streaming your project right now. Awesome face. I get the sense that very few of the actual core developers are not awake right now. I think they are probably on the other side of the world. So without putting them on the spot, let's go ahead and let's just move this off to the side, get that out of the way. I'm just going to say, guys, without calling it a scam, I didn't say it, but you did. Buyer beware. Block.money is another crypto note. So it's like any other crypto note. If you talk to their team and you think that you actually believe in their mission statement, which is kind of generic, then I don't know, be really cautious, do your own research, you figure it out. But I don't know, the eyes have it over here in the comment section. Nobody here thinks it's legit. Sorry. Okay, ByteBTC. So, hey, Vorn, that's a really great point. Rackley jumped in. Oh my gosh. Rackley on the assist. No. No. Oh, Rackley. How could you win all... You win the entire live stream. Basically, I give up. You're the host of the show now. Dang. Holy cow. Rackley, do you have... Like, give us a donation address, like XMR or Ethereum donation address, guys. Seriously, let's dust Rackley some either some Monero or some ETH. That was awesome. Sadly, we are not... We are waiting to be impressed. Please reach out if you want to get a developer interview and talk about it. Yours truly, Seth. Alrighty. Yes, Sir John, give us your block address. Surely she has one. She's like the biggest bag holder in Block.money. Shh, don't tell anyone. All right, so guys, we got ByteBTC. Let's talk about ByteBTC. This is an exchange, a little bit different. Not entirely focused on proof of work, which is a little bit different from what I like to do on the Saturday Scam Busters show. Let me talk a little about, I'm going to recap what we said over in the Mind Your Biz Discord server. So with the Saturday Scam Busters, for me, the entire thrust of the show, like when I go live and I'm talking about blockchain stuff, I'm not talking about video production stuff, or I'm not talking about anything else related to professional development, branding, or anything else. When I'm talking about blockchain, I like to talk about proof of work, and I like to talk about mining. I think this really matters because proof of work is such an essential component of crypto, and it's largely swept under the rug by the biggest stakeholders, right, on the largest blockchains. They just kind of think that it's just whatever, it's out there, right? It's not their problem. Some of them might run mining operations. Some of them might have huge connections to run some of the biggest farms in the world and some of the biggest ASIC ranches in the world, right? So it seems as though many other players in the blockchain space kind of don't think about proof of work, and they don't really think like, yeah, there are miners who individually contribute a lot of the hash rate, or that go out of their way to try to contribute a lot of the hash rate. And so it bothers me when I see anything that could be scamming individuals of their hash rate and leaving them high and dry, right? Like a GPU doesn't cost as much as a car, but 10 GPUs cost as much as a used car. 30 GPUs cost as much as a nice used car. And 60 GPUs does cost as much as a car. These are real world equivalents. And very few people go out and just buy a car cash, right? But then you go out and try to get whatever, 60 to 100 GPUs in the hopes that you're actually going to get a hash rate that's significant so that you can actually make a difference in profitability. The mindset of somebody that's buying that number of GPUs is that I'm doing this to essentially, hopefully, replace a bit of my income. I feel like there is a special place reserved in hell for people who cheat other folks of their labor and leave them high and dry. And so I don't know. It kind of bothers me a lot to see that there are potential scams that are related to proof of work and related to cheating people of their hash rate in order to then prop themselves up without offering anything of value in return. That bothers me a lot, a whole lot. So ByteBTC is not strictly proof of work related. It's not strictly mining related, but let's talk a little bit about ASIC Ranch does sound like a Nevada bunny ranch. Yes, and they are diseases. But at the same time, the ASICs are out there, guys, right? The genie's out of the bottle. And Bitmain has so many ASICs out in production for Bitcoin and other SHA-256 coins, right, as they're being retired, that, yeah, what are we going to do with them? What are we going to do with them? They have to be put out to pasture, right? That's why I call them ASIC ranches, because they only last so long, and then you got to put them out there, and old Bessie not giving milk anymore. Guys want some steak? But you can't really chop up an ASIC and turn it into anything else. It's kind of sad. Anyway, Catfish, hey, good to see you. Hey, guys, definitely give Catfish a high five down in the comments. Good to see you over here, Catfish. Catfish has talked to us in the Discord server a bit about the GPU mine that he runs. And just absolutely inspirational, the number of GPUs that Catfish runs and Catfish's experience in IT. So we have great conversations, off the live streams in the Discord server. Guys, ByteBTC is a little different though. So let's talk a bit about exchanges. Somebody asked me to take a look at this exchange. I don't know. Let's take a quick look. Let's just do a rundown of the front page. I don't dare log in or register because I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, Philip, that's the thing. I wish you could use it as a boat anchor, but they're made out of partial aluminum. It's not particularly good density, right? Not particularly a good anchor even. You can use it as a paperweight. You can use it as an under-table foot heater if you don't like how much heat is being turned on at work. I don't know. Catfish, well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Just not in Bulgaria. All right, so Swift wire transfers worldwide. That's the thing about wire transfer. Wire transfer is swift worldwide, whether or not you're talking about doing a crypto exchange. Full compliance with KYC requirements. Okay, go on. API for automated trading. That's dangerous, but everybody demands it anyway. Powerful trader desk. Interesting. Wire transfer, Visa, MasterCard, Alipay, OKPay, and JCB. So clearly there are some options here, right? ByteBTC changes the jurisdiction. This is just a news roll there. Finance First PTE Limited. Oh, so they are not a United States-based company. Consumer Advisory, Finance First PTE. Oh, they've got right there. It's got a registration number. Does not require the approval of the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Okay. Oh, 4 a.m. Good grief. Yeah. Thank you for being on the live stream, Catfish. Definitely appreciate it. So we already talked about some other stuff, guys. Block.money, I think we determined, is not something we want to mine as miners, and it's not something that you believe other people should invest in. We even told them so on their Discord. They have an opportunity to reach out to me and come back on and do sort of a stand-up, right, where the developers can talk about what they're actually doing. Troy is saying check their Twitter feed here. You're talking about for ByteBTC. I sincerely wish it on their front page they gave me a link to their Twitter feed. That would be awesome, but I don't see it. So, bummer. Let's view the exchange. Not going to actually register right here. The interface looks good enough, I guess. I mean, I took a risk on KuCoin. I took a risk on some others that were just launching. Yeah. So, yeah, Roderick is saying the main reason that they may eventually shut down is because they are in Singapore. Very well could be. Very well could be. Right here, what pairs do they have? BTC USD, Ethereum USD, Dash USD. So everything's trading against USD here. They got ZEC, Bitcoin Cash, IOP, TLL, SDA, Smart, Zencash, Ava, Crave, Box, Lab H, XMN, DMB, PAC, EXCL, XL. Guys, pardon my ignorance. As you know, there are so many coins and tokens out there that it's nearly impossible to know all of their ticker symbols. And for me, I actually get confused with some of them because they're not named the way they should be. Metaverse, for example, is ETP, right? And that threw me off, kind of took me off guard. I remembered it being something else, like MTV or something, Metaverse. I don't know. It just seemed awkward. So I don't remember all of the ticker symbols perfectly, but they've got various different trading pairs here. Let's see what we can see here with BTC. Oh, I'm talking about that's the USD market. Oh, my gosh. It is 5 a.m. somewhere, but also not here. I apologize. Whoa. Oh, Cream Coin. You know Riz is happy. Okay, guys, I changed my opinion. This has to be legit because it's got Cream Coin trading against BTC. Must be legit. I mean, you don't get, right? I mean, you could say that if ByteBTC has Cream, then, you know, they got the method like Wu-Tang. They got it locked down. Dash, BCH, MAG. All right. Healthy number of coins. Hey, Troy Bates, appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, come on, topic scene right there. I'll pop that open over here on Bitcoin Talk. See what we got. And that's for this exchange. Whoa. Oh, yikes. Alrighty, posted this both in the ByteBTC exchange topics. This is Oso Ese. May or may not speak Spanish. This exchange is a scam. They will take your listing fee and then will not approve a single user to trade on your coin. This is coming from somebody who wanted to post their coin. Huh. They claim they have very strict KYC requirements, but not one of our users could ever get approved. Thanks, Oso Ese. It is a honeypot to steal IDs. Please beware of using this exchange. Oh, you need to flag the account behind this exchange. I mean, OD. As a warning, like I saw on other accounts where they are suspect. Source, we team EGEM paid the listing fee and got listed, but none of our coin holders could trade. When I asked Steven, the sales rep, about this, he offered to sell me market making services. How's that for a scam? We complained on their Twitter and alerted the other coins that were paying the listing fees and got blocked. Then they sent a meaningless cease and desist threatening Team EGEM is a criminal for what? Asking where our documentation went and why they won't approve any accounts. Please be advised, we have already tagged the government of Singapore in our tweets that got blocked. If any party is engaging in criminal activity, it is this exchange. Bitcoin community, please help. There are enough bad actors in crypto, and this one can be stopped. ByteBTC is a scam. Please be warned about ByteBTC. Update! ByteBTC doing it to another coin also. Globycoin. Got this in my PM. To read the details of Globycoin, here's the post link later in this thread. Oh, so I say it's totally not Mexican? Hey, he could be Chicano. Don't be culturally insensitive. Oh, man. Hello, I am Johnny, admin of blank. Seems that we were scammed from ByteBTC. News from them, I gave him 0.2 BTC for pairs, ETH BTC, always the same answer, by mail. No way to refund. Unbelievable. That one was that was Mario from Super Mario Brothers. So, based on replies to this post, we're updating to, oh my gosh, this is a cluster, guys. This is so messed up. So yeah, oh yeah, Roderick, zero chance of watching Seth Blaze ever, let alone live. So like, this is just not good news. This is really bad news. The way they treat the coins is, in my mind, it's a way to think that it's a way to presume that they view the consumers, right? They don't care about getting new coins listed. Like, that's really their customer. There's always a listing fee. So that's where the majority of their money comes from up front. So if they don't treat their customers very well, then, I mean, we're the product. They're selling us to the coins, right? We're not actually the customer, guys. Yep, I'm dropping red pills all day. All right. Not happy about that. It does not bode well. But looking back at the actual exchange, they put in enough work to make it look usable. I wonder if any of this is boilerplate. I know, for example, when I say boilerplate, guys, I mean like off-the-shelf code that they've been able to fork from another repo. This stuff right here, these representations of the data, you can use third-party tools to integrate these kinds of visual representations. And so this is probably an integration from possibly not even their own data set. Yeah. Hey, no way. I didn't know that. Troy, that's awesome. So we're going to have to talk to eGem sometime soon. I keep hearing that. But hey, is that why you keep asking me to interview Troy eGem? Okay. We'll see if we can get you guys on the show. And we're probably going to do it as part of a weekly stand-up. Again, I've said too much already. This is crazy. Yeah, Jesse, that is the question. When moon? When moon? And indeed, Ken, fork base, this stuff is like, does it look familiar yet? Does everything look familiar yet? Because it all should be now, right? Oh, goodness. That is nuts. Well, I'm disappointed, guys. I am disappointed. It's too bad. It really is. It's just too bad that apply listing, add coin. API. Okay, ticker, orders, history, chart. All right, so not super complex, but it's usable. Oh man, what a bummer! I'm sorry, guys, to see to see that bad news there, guys. Disclosure: I want to say that Troy may have mentioned in the Discord that he wanted me to take a look at this. So, just disclosure there. There appears to be a bit of an open dispute between eGem and the eGem team and ByteBTC. I can't take a side on this because it's very clear that there's an open issue there. So without talking about like who did what or who is wrong or if this is a scam, I don't know if it's a scam, but what I will say is the way that exchanges treat their coins is an indication of how serious they are about having long-term business and building relationships, right? Again, an exchange's customer is not us. Not really. We are the product. An exchange's customer is the coin, right? If the coin is harmed, then they can't sell us to that coin. There are other exchanges for other coins, right? There are a lot of exchanges that have other coins. So, and yeah, if this exchange doesn't see that, that's a huge mistake. So if anybody from ByteBTC is watching, again, disclosure, it's clear that somebody from my community has an open dispute with your exchange. So I'm not going to take any sides here, but what I will say is you clearly have to do some damage control. So get on that. All right, guys, I'm going to stop talking about ByteBTC for right now. Let's talk a little bit about the ghosts of scams. Past. Somebody asked me about, like, what's going on with Titanium blockchain. Titanium blockchain infrastructure services, as you recall, raised tons of money. $21 million. $21 million. I mean, think of that. Guys, you tell me in the comments right now. We've got 46 live viewers at the moment. $21 million. If I wrote you a check or a wire transferred you a check or that amount, $21 million, what would that do to your life? Like, just tell me in the comments. Would your wife leave you? Would your husband leave you? Would you have another wife trying to jump on board? What exactly do you think would happen if $21 million just appeared overnight and tomorrow, Sunday, you know, the Sunday after Scambuster Saturday, you're like, oh, dang, $21 million. Shoot. Yeah, hey, Troy, and that's just it. Like, no judgment, right? No judgment either way. As you know, I make an effort to be impartial and unbiased on the show. And so knowing there's an open dispute, that tells me that, yeah, they have to do damage control. They've got to reach out and they've got to talk to you. But I certainly don't want to cast aspersions on eGem or on ByteBTC in a live stream. I think that would be unwise on my part. And I think this is an opportunity for them, if they do it correctly, it's an opportunity for them to potentially even learn and become a new exchange that people actually care to use, right? So using eGem's experience as a case study and as a model for how to treat coins down the line in the future, who knows? Could be that everybody benefits. I hope that's the best. I hope that happens. It's the best case scenario, right? Worst case scenario is they don't care and they just do. They're just terrible to you guys, and then yeah, it blows up in everyone's face. So We Dinga is talking about how, yes, new washing machine for We. I'm kind of with you. I think my wife would prefer that I get a new washing machine as well. And, you know, while I'm installing that new washing machine, maybe a couple of extra circuits in the basement power panel. Yeah, that would work. Okay, it looks like the door has been slammed shut there between eGem and ByteBTC based on what I'm reading in the comments. That's a bummer. Hey guys, I can't take sides on that, and I can't really make a determination. Let me jump back to the audience though and see what the audience says. Guys, based on the limited amount of information that we all have, can anybody say for certain that they feel like ByteBTC is a scam? Or, I don't know, what would you say? Is it an obvious cash grab? Exchanges are known to ask really high listing fees. And 0.2 BTC in December of last year was certainly a lot more than it is today. But 0.2 BTC, you know, it doesn't just grow on trees. So what do you think? What do you think about this? Is ByteBTC, in your opinion, a scam? You just tell me yes or no, straight up. Is it a scam? Or are you like me, kind of on the fence thinking, well, they have an opportunity to maybe improve, do some damage control, and make it work? So Faded is saying, with 21 million, buy an island, solar it out, and have an island of rigs. That's not a bad idea. And there are several islands, as you know, several islands near the UK that you can buy for less than that. Faded, paying off bills, just hire a small army, scare bill collectors away. Roderick's done the math on this. That's 84,000 RX 580s. And I get the sense that Roderick could probably broker that deal too. Or, you know, remember you, boy, I could probably help you out with that. Maybe. I might know some people. Maybe. He can help you with that. So, but I'm not giving you the 21 million. I'm sorry. I'm like, hey, 21 million. Hey, thanks for that 21 million. Right back. Here are your cards. Can't sell you the island either. So, yeah, there you go. $21 million, though, guys. How would that change your life? That's what these guys did. Titanium Blockchain Infrastructure Services. They raised $21 million. And then they were accused of misappropriation of funds, right? Misappropriation of funds. Yeah, hey, Troy, I really appreciate that response. Guys, takes a big person to say, I am biased. I may have bias, right? I may have bad feelings right now. So, yeah. And that's important to do, right? Like we don't move past. I'm not going to get all Tony Robbins on you, but I'm going to say that like some of the stuff in business, right? Some of the most important things in business, they boil down to just being cool with people, being able to shake somebody's hand, look them in the eye, and try to keep feelings good. It's crazy. It's just crazy, but keeping people happy. So Titanium Blockchain Infrastructure Services. This is the SEC's website. So I figured if we're going to follow up on them, let's get the official story and let's make it as current as possible. This is from June 7th. This is the most recent news that we have. So digging up the ghosts of scams past, here's what the SEC has said. And we can probably go through this full page and try to paraphrase, right? They say the Securities and Exchange Commission announced that on May 30th, 2018, the United States District Court for the Central District of California entered a preliminary injunction that orders freezing assets and other relief involving an initial coin offering that raised as much as $21 million from investors in and outside the U.S. The court also appointed a permanent receiver over Titanium Blockchain Infrastructure Services, Inc., the firm behind the alleged scheme. The preliminary injunction was entered with the consent of the defendants in the action. So did they say guilty? No, they don't give like a guilty plea, but they just said, okay, fine, here's our company, put it into receivership. This person now takes care of all of the financial assets. We can't touch them anymore. So they got their hands slapped pretty hard, and here they are. All right, so Roderick is saying in the comments, Seth, when that bull run comes, those dual GPUs need to come to reality for us. Price would average out. Be worth every byte. Hey, Roderick, I agree with you. I really do. I agree with you. And there are projects in the works that I can't talk about too openly right now, but there are projects in the works to revive that effort and actually make it better. So we're going to skip this product development cycle, probably, and we're going to look to the next one. And in the meantime, try to get the highest performance per GPU or performance per GPU core, rather bang for the buck for GPU core, as possible with the P104 group sale right now through Mind Your Biz. P104 is, I've been really impressed. Been really, really impressed, guys. It's really hard to overstate how impressed I am with both the efficiency and bang for the buck. And I rather added the data to my spreadsheet to be able to show that. So yeah, these guys raised $21 million. They say upwards of $21 million. Boom. And some people ask specifically about this guy, Michael Stollaire. What happened to him? Right? That was the question that was posed in the Discord server. What happened to Michael Stollaire? And it's a really great question. Whoa, we lost a ton of viewers when people were like, come on, Seth, you gotta give us your opinion on that other exchange or we're leaving. Whew. Sorry. People stormed off all angry. No, I'm not going to openly condemn an exchange, guys. I'm not down with the libel. Yeah. Or slander. Libel. Slander. Yeah. So Catfish is asking, why not P106? So P106, I went over this in another video. I don't want to talk about it during the Scam Buster Saturday, but P106 is approximately the same efficiency as the P104. So all things being equal in terms of long-term cost to operate, the P104 has a higher hash rate. So you're getting more hash rate per slot at almost the same efficiency. For most algos, the same efficiency, if that makes sense. You don't actually get the exact same efficiency for P102, and you don't get the same efficiency for GTX 1080 Ti, even with the pill. So that's what I looked at and thought like, oh, this is like a no-brainer. If you're getting long-term efficiency, do it. T-Boy, yeah, right? Always a tough crowd. Here's the thing. As miners, we have to be critical, and I appreciate that. As long as we're we're keeping things friendly, that makes sense. Hey, Punkyage, thank you so much for saying hello. Good morning to you in Manila. It is nighttime where I am right now. Sun's going down. But let's talk about Michael Stollaire, the Titanium CEO. I don't know what happened to him. Irakli just said it as well. Better ROI on the P104 too. And that's because of that high efficiency in the long haul, right? So good bang for the buck. Up front, you're not going to spend too much for the card. And then over the long haul, you're not going to spend too much per hash, right? A friend of mine lives in a market where you can essentially you can mine a Bitcoin, not buy a Bitcoin, but mine a Bitcoin, and about $550 of electricity, which is like, whoa, but that's what efficiency means, right? So when you scale up to the number of devices that you would need for Bitcoin, for them specifically, then you can do that amount of mining with the right hash rate. You can do that amount of mining in about a week or two. Blacklight, hey, thank you. Greetings to you in India. Thank you for saying hello. So Yeah, Jesse, he was. He was. Can't say what area of the world that's in, but I'm just going to say that there are areas of the world where where electricity is inexpensive enough, you can find devices that, that make it possible to do this. And so with GPUs, we need to look at the long-term efficiency. That's part of the reason, guys, that I made that first spreadsheet, was because so many people were saying like, oh, you got to go out and buy a GTX 1080 Ti. This was before Christie released the pill. And I was like, this is insane. People are spending like $1,200 on a GTX 1080 Ti, and they've got no clue what the efficiencies are. And they're not looking at these large-scale operations that are running hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of GPUs. In some cases, hundreds of thousands of GPUs. And so I'm not fully catching all of Tagalog, but maganda. You guys know I love your face. All right. That was a question, by the way. You must answer. I'm waiting. So I should have asked it like a question. Maganda ka? I think yes, you are Maganda. All right. So, because I love your face. All right. Let's talk about this right here, though. Right here, Michael himself, the CEO. So apparently was forced to surrender over $3 million. Why? Because the guy, apparently it's on record, spent a ton of money paying down credit cards and paying off a home in Hawaii. Not cheap real estate. So if it helps you guys. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. That was bad. I know. See, like, I know just enough Tagalog to get myself into trouble, but not to get myself out of trouble. That's the problem with my international language learning. I know just enough to know that I know too little. All right. So, oh, this is Plexcoin. What am I talking about? Jeez. We got the headlines all mixed up. I'll tell you what, titanium, we're leaving alone. Guys, we're at about an hour. Let's just say that we've been able to successfully determine that Block.money is not for miners. Friends don't let friends mine Block.money. I think that's what we determined. And until they can hop onto the show and talk to us about it. All right, stop. Jeez. So the applause, guys. Roderick, throw him on the volcano. Guys, that's a good movie. If you haven't seen Joe versus the volcano, it's actually really good. I'd be afraid of throwing him in the volcano because can never tell what's going to happen. But guys, Block.money, I'm not convinced this is a safe project to back with your hash rate. And it does look like just another fork. I'd love to talk to the project leadership, have them on the show. If they feel like it's an okay choice, then maybe. But they look like they're anonymous, and they look like they don't want to be seen. And they're registered in, what is it? They're not registered in Singapore, are they? Maybe they are. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not convinced. Not convinced that this has a future. Oh, bummer. All right, guys, let's talk about, and big shout out to SRXA over in our Discord server. What is the biggest scam out there? The biggest scam is not actually the projects themselves. The biggest scam is the people that promote them, right? The biggest problem is that we have people that jump in willy-nilly and say, look, a referral fee, so I can get a referral fee, and they don't think critically about what it is they're promoting, and they start promoting it, right? Yeah. And Jesse Brown, you're totally right. So ERC 721 tokens, a bit like how Minority uses, are a very good model for ownership on the blockchain. So anybody that's talking about doing ERC 721 tokens right now, they're taking that evolutionary step towards having blockchain technology go mainstream without having it be the other way around, right? Like having financial services say like, oh, cool, we bless you with the ability to use money. And then we say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thanks for letting us take your fiat money and put it on the blockchain. Instead of going that way, right? Putting the cart before the horse, we're able to say like, no, crypto and blockchain are good for these few use cases. So let's use it for that. And then it'll grow into being like a really good money with some of them, right? Being okay. Kodak Coin I've covered before, Roderick, and I went as far as to say that when I covered Kodak Coin. Not very happy with what Kodak did. And then they distanced themselves as a company from Kodak Coin. It's kind of like, wait, I thought you guys were going to be all like pro-creator. Wait, that sounds wrong. Like in favor of creators. Not like, not like, it sounds weird. Anyway, you know what I meant. I thought you guys were going to be for the creators, right? Not doing something that would harm creators by creating, by establishing a structure that is too difficult for them to work with. Because actually, an immutable blockchain is not always the best option for copyright. Even when you're looking at Creative Commons licensing, blockchain is not always the answer. You can't blockchainify everything. So when you find stuff where blockchain is a good answer, like ownership of assets that maybe you want to transfer and then create a record of it as you transfer it, I don't know, maybe certain models of Creative Commons can be kind of paired with blockchain technology. And like you said in the comments before, Ready Player One, being able to say, I own these assets and have it on an immutable ledger. That's helpful, right? So maybe we'll see that. DMV really wants to get into that. I don't see any problem with there being like auto records done that way. Certain other legal records might make sense, but I'm not sure that I want to see every government record thrown onto blockchain. You've heard me talk about before how I don't trust the IRS with blockchain technology. Sure, the people who work at the IRS are fine men and women who are trying to make the world better, but they make mistakes. In fact, they make mistakes very frequently. It's a matter of public record that they make mistakes very frequently when it comes to auditing individuals, families, and small businesses, which, newsflash, small businesses just help support the lifestyle of individuals and families and small communities. So when there's a big problem with how the IRS goes out and kind of makes these mistakes, I don't want to have them live on an immutable blockchain, an immutable distributed ledger forever. So not everything deserves blockchain, but some things do. So when people don't think critically about like, does this project deserve to be on blockchain? And then they start promoting it. Well, what do we get? Oh, I'll show you guys what we get. You heard it at the beginning. You get this.
Hey, hey.
It's great, isn't it?
Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, big gunner?
Make the ugly face.
Let me tell you guys, big. So happy. Let me tell you, I love.
I'll switch to fader.
Big connect. Yes. Hey, everybody. My name is Carlos. Let me tell you, I love.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but it's great. And it's done by, you guys have seen it, but it's done by Placeboing. So go ahead, and I'm going to throw the link to Placeboing's original video. It's on YouTube, so you can watch the whole thing. But Carlos Matos, I'm sure the guy is really cool in real life. He's probably the sort of dude that, like, actually, if any of us went to lunch with Carlos Matos, would be like, dude, this guy is like super cool. This guy is like, he gets it. He gets along with people, easy to talk to. Probably would be very good at business if he didn't make some very bad choices about what kinds of projects to back. Right? I mean, you tell me. Carlos Matos, probably a cool dude to have lunch with, right? And Roderick, you're not wrong. When we think that the tide is turning in our favor, we all go like, we crank the knob to 11, we go full Carlos Matos, right? Like, who here hasn't been a champion of a project before, right? I'm very bullish on BitTube right now because I know I can host my material over there, and it's a monetizable platform. But man, in the next couple of days when they debut the airtime feature, we're going to really see how good their functionality is. So the jury is always out on these different crypto projects, right? We always need to be asking, is it still working? Are we still on a roadmap? Are they still making progress? Did they do what they said they were going to do? Yeah. So, but to your point, Roderick, on the other side, we've got these guys. Our Buttcoin. These guys, so angry. It's a perfect description too, right? Because they're like super butthurt, right? That's exactly what they are. That's the problem here, right? There's no problem with crypto and with blockchain technology in general, but certainly over here, there's a cultural precedent of people just not being very happy with it. So yeah, on the one side, when a coin is mooning, Hey, Derek, thanks for saying hello. Appreciate that. When any one of the crypto projects that we like is mooning, then we're all Carlos Matos. And then when the profits are down, right, or when the market is down, or when we go into a bear market, or it's crypto winter or whatever, then we get this. We get people putting butts as their avatars and saying that every coin is the worst. There's got to be something in between, guys. We've got to just think critically, right? So... Derek, yeah, appreciate the comment there. Tell us where you're based. I mean, like, we need street address, and also if you could just tell us what the account number is to the local electric utility, so we can maybe run a line over there to set up a little shed across the street. That'd be awesome. We'll just call ahead and be like, hey, Derek said it was cool. No, this isn't 50 miners. It's like only 48. So guys, let's not be Buttcoin, but let's also not be Carlos Matos, right? Right. Rackley gets it. Here's the thing. That one was like right there in hidden sight. I totally didn't even get that one. Buttcoin is mooning. Jeez. Yet again, Rackley shows me that I desperately need a co-host on my show, right? I think, guys, what do you think? Saturday Scam Busters, I need a co-host, don't I? I probably shouldn't try to do this one entirely by myself. But Buttcoin, like, don't be these guys, but don't be Carlos Matos, right? Be somewhat... Be somewhere in between. Let's think critically, and let's try to really pay attention to the kinds of projects that we are involved in. So the exchange, I'd love to hear somebody from ByteBTC reach out to me. Let me know, hey, am I totally off base here, ByteBTC? Is there something more that I don't know about? Is there something that you, like, if you could tell every new coin that wants to list on ByteBTC, like, this is the onboarding process, this is what we expect, this will help you get your coins listed faster. If you went and you were open with that and upfront with that, oh my goodness, that would help small coin projects or new coin projects. It would help them out tremendously, clearly. And yeah, for coin projects with the exchanges, just know that it's going to be hard. Getting listed on most exchanges apparently it's a function of having enough of money, right? The listing fee, but then also clearly jumping through some hoops. So not going to go out on a limb personally and say that ByteBTC is any kind of a scam, but the fact that it happened to more than one coin is disturbing. Update! ByteBTC might be a scam. I don't know. But I don't know. The community hasn't spoken either. What do you guys think? Hey, Philip, thank you. I appreciate that. I think my brother's a cool co-host too. That's why we do the Sunday show together. We're me and my brothers are like super tight. Actually, a few of my brothers. So my brother Aaron, older brother Aaron, and then my younger brother, a couple of younger brothers who, yeah, we talk frequently, right? So we make the joke about talking once a week. My brother Aaron and I used to talk like every day. So yeah, my family is really close. But he's super cool too. Independent of just being my bro. He's cool. So yeah, there's just more news about that Titanium blockchain infrastructure services getting wrecked, right? Because they didn't run good books. And the CEO clearly misappropriated funds. And this is a matter of public record. It's not me saying anything slanderous. It's me just stating the facts. They took in 21 million. Some amount of that 21 million did not go to their project. It went to this person's personal finances. Oops. Not good. Oh. So moving on. Not a scam. And if you haven't seen it, you haven't lived. But I digress. We were talking about shills. All right, so Roderick is saying something right here. Hey, Paul is saying, have a different miner from my Discord channel or Discord server each week for a co-host. You know, I'd be open to that. Mystery Mining Mondays was initially intended to be something like that, and I think we're kind of moving in that direction with Mystery Mining Mondays. With Saturday Scam Busters, I think maybe what I want to do is try to have a more regular co-host, but you guys let me know. Who would you vote onto the show? If you could vote somebody onto the show, and help me reach out to them, who would you vote onto the show for Saturday Scam Busters? Who would be a good fit that already does this style of work here? Because I think with some of the other coin projects, I bring them on and I try to be very welcoming so that they don't feel like they're being chased away. Even with Block.money, right? I don't feel confident in recommending them, but I would never tell them that I can't be on my show. You know, I still want to extend that hand of friendship and say, look, you're developers. It's hard because the reality is it's unpaid software development. So like even with some money, Trying to add features still takes time, right? It's not like they only spent an hour and they're not ever going to do anything else. Maybe, right? So I'd rather, if we're going to find out, I think we have to talk to them to know for sure. You guys, I wouldn't recommend that you jump into this because it doesn't give me much confidence. But yeah. So Jesse's saying Drew Vosk from Vosk Coin. He would make a good co-host there. Roderick, I appreciate that. And I think brother, that's where I was going to go with this. We'll talk about that some more. Yeah. So Catfish is saying kind of a scam. Remember Equihash times? There was some rumors EWBF Miner is an abandoned project. And apparently I discovered, somebody corrected me, that B Miner doesn't, there were some problems there with B Miner. That even though it showed a really high hash rate, something was not right with B Miner. It hasn't been removed from certain mining OSs, so I wonder what's going on there. And I'm especially not excited to jump into like talking about miner developers and saying, who's a scam and who's hiding a dev fee and who pretends to have no dev fee but then actually has a dev fee, and should their stuff be open source versus closed source. Like, the reality is we're still seeing shares returned, we're still earning money, so we can plan our businesses around that. So in the same way that like an open source car platform, right, an open source version of, say, Tesla wouldn't necessarily improve the number of options that we have in the market. I don't know that it's necessarily important for us to scrutinize the vehicle that we use to get to our profits with mining. I don't know. It's just my take on it. Philip, hey, I really appreciate you saying that I'm fine solo on this show. Anyway, throwing it out there. Maybe we can get a co-host down the line. But right here, BitConnect. All I'm going to say is, and Roderick, I really appreciate you going there.
I think that's the level. Let's see.
This is in 2x speed.
No, actually, the level that we're at right now is the one that says it's see. Boom, boom, boom.
This guy learned his lesson. He did. He really did learn his lesson. And he got his wrist slapped hard. And putting him into the court of public opinion, I don't know if that helps people. Look, he said to disable likes and dislikes. There are over 17,000 views on this video. The guy can't allow for a like counter because he's going to be disliked into oblivion. His life was nearly ruined. If he didn't have the mental, I'm circling his frontal lobe. If he didn't have the mental fortitude to be able to just say like, all right, I can keep going, I can keep moving forward, I can do my thing, then then there are people who, in the situation that he was in, they would do really dire things that involve self-harm. That's all I'm going to say. He was in a really difficult situation. Roderick. So he did shill BitConnect hard. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. Anybody have a time? Nobody has a time code for when he shilled it hard. I wish they did. Because I do not see a time code for when he did it. Trade BitConnect coins. Good grief. Earn from Steam on Auto, Steam Twitch, Steam Instagram, favorite exchange on Discord. Guys, do I need to bring Trevon James onto the show?
So this area right here is key. Very key. Very key. Moving on to Ethereum. Let's see what Ethereum's doing. Ethereum's doing the same thing. Everything's doing the same thing. These levels right here need to hold up. And they are struggling because no one's buying. There's no way. But they said, "Oh, did you hear about that cease and desist from Genesis?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, that was us. Like, they were so proud, yo. But that's been removed, so now you can sell Genesis mining contracts if you want to. Hey. No, actually, I'm getting into BitConnect right now. It's not clickbait. So if you didn't know, this is Crypto Clover. I'm gonna refresh it because, well, I don't need to chat. This is Crypto Clover. This was one, right? So it's a cryptocurrency. It has a blockchain, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, 7 that they would go through the action of tweeting this out, and they.
Okay, so Roderick is saying, no, do not have him on the show. For staking benefits, a lot of us still have those crappy coins. Yeah, I was a victim. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Guys, so... yeah, don't give him a megaphone. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize that the shilling was still intensifying. So, all right, and that's what we got right here. Guys, what we see is evidence that clearly Trevon James can sleep well at night. What I'm going to say is that he was under a lot of public scrutiny, and he left Twitter for a while, as you know, and he left social media for a short time. There's a bit of an issue, but yeah, shilling coins that you know are causing damage. No, I don't think that's okay. Now, that said, working with affiliate links, totally okay, but you have to make sure that you've got a service that actually provides a real value to a third party. For example, you'll notice that in the comments or in the description of this video, I've got a link. I should have a link to Vultr, right? So get_Vultr on bit.ly.com or bit.ly/get_Vultr, because they are a legit VPS hosting service. Yeah. Jolinator, listening to Trevon James about investments is like learning to fly a plane from a McDonald's employee. Oh, Rackley, thank you. Guys, I don't know. Rackley is maybe earning a spot as the unofficial co-anchor of this show. So more virtual points to Rackley. Where is that Monero address? Where's that Monero wallet, Rackley? I want people in the comments. There we go.
No, I'm actually not getting into Bitcoin right now. It's not clickbait. So if you didn't know, this is Crypto Clover. I'll never.
I mean, mentioned that was actually really good. I totally got trolled again. So that's kind of interesting, guys. What I wanted to say, and I wanted to get to this point because I don't want to go 2 hours in this live stream. What I wanted to say was that there are people who they'll say stuff, right? They'll make recommendations, and they'll have huge subscriber lists, and so sort of like the market doesn't seem to learn. They just sort of oh my gosh, Yankee. Yeah, wow, Yankee sliding into the comment section. Good to see you, man. So there are people who will just start not giving a wallet address. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. No pressure. If you want to in Discord, you're totally welcome to. Anyway, so right here, you can always make a burner too if you want. But right here, there are people who just because they have a platform, they will say whatever it takes to try to monetize their platform, and they'll just keep doing it until they are demonetized or until they are deplatformed. So it can be kind of a tricky thing to figure out, are they a scam? Well, no, they're a shill. And like Roderick's saying, sometimes you can take their buying signals, and you can just turn them on their head, right? Say this person is buying, I'm selling. This person's selling, okay, whatever. They don't know enough, right? And you can take their everything they say is exactly the opposite of what you need to do, because they haven't developed the gut, they haven't developed the wisdom for whatever it is they're talking about. So I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh on the guy as a person though, because what I'm going to say is there are a lot of people. T-Boy, thanks so much. There you go. $2. Appreciate it. That's so kind. You could have put something there and allowed me to say it on screen, but I really appreciate that. So I would just say, guys, really watch out. Watch out for when people they're only talking about projects, they're only talking about the next big thing, right? The secret. So hey guys, let's talk about that P104 group sale. Oh geez. Oh no. So I'm a fan of proof of work, guys. I'm a fan of mining. I'm a fan of GPU mining, and it is provable, right? It's provable, the track record of GPUs. The last 5 years, GPUs are still going. 5 years from now, they may still be going. I don't know for sure, but it looks like if the past of proof of work is any indication, then GPUs are a good bet. I don't know. Do you need to buy more GPUs? I don't know. It depends on you personally and your business goals and whether or not you can actually afford it. Would I recommend that anybody go into debt to do it? No. John, I appreciate the way you say that. Yep. Good to see you. People selling you a dream just to scam you. And Roderick, you are not wrong there either. Sometimes people just don't know how much they have to lose until they've lost a couple of times and realize, hey, I don't like that. I want the pain to stop. I want this to stop being so annoying when people try to shill me stuff, and I have to be a little more critical for myself. So yeah, guys, let's be critical. Let's try to figure out. And Paul, also, what we discussed the price in the Discord channel right now, and it is subject to some change until before we list it. But we've got it in the sub channel of the Mind Your Biz Discord server. A lot of info on the P104 group by there. I don't want to talk about it too much on this live stream. But guys, I think we have been able to determine that Block.money for miners, from a miner's perspective, in terms of proof of work, doesn't add anything different or perhaps useful. We didn't look too closely at their GitHub repo to see if they have forked proof of work yet, but it's a good bet that they've just forked XMR and that they're going to continue to use whatever Monero uses as the proof of work algorithm. And Roderick is saying, we still have protein folding and cancer research that we can profit from. The issue with protein folding is that, generally speaking, folding proteins at home didn't really pay all that well. SETI doesn't pay. These are community-driven projects where you donate hash power, where you donate, not hash power, but compute power. So we have to figure out, like, where are the projects that are willing to replace professional data centers with a bunch of us, right? A ragtag group of backyard miners with GPUs on airframes, with power supplies that barely get the job done, and cables that constrain the bandwidth from 16 lanes all the way down to 1. How do we work within those limits to get a project that helps us earn the money? And we're all in this together, right? Guys, you've heard me talk about this for months now, right? And as I interview the coin projects, right, I ask them, like, hey, proof of useful work, have you heard of it? What do you think of it? Can it work? Can we merge this with your current project goals? Is there any way for you to like put some weight behind this and maybe take some, not take pity on the mining community, but just open your eyes up to the fact that the mining community, especially GPU mining community, in some cases have completely made your project. Don't take them for granted. Don't treat them poorly. They made you who you are. They got you to where you are. And then projects like this that just sort of fork and they're like, there's plenty of hash power out there. Maybe not for you guys. And especially after today's video, possibly not for a while. So yeah, maybe the only chance of redemption for a project like this is coming onto the show to be able to say, like, hey, well, here's what we're actually doing. So 44.0 says San M. I spoke to Igor, as you saw on the channel, and Igor talked about what they offer, and they've got a working dashboard. I haven't done a follow-up with Igor or anybody else from San M to see where the usability of their product is today, where their project is today. And I want to follow up, guys, because we're in this together, right? I've got these GPUs right now because they're not in my test bench. I've got the dual GPUs waiting to be redeployed on a project like that. It's actually also just because I haven't gotten the other area stage where they're going to be to actually do their work. But San M, render token. I've got a project coming on to the show next week that I can't talk about openly because I don't want to turn it into like a promotional frenzy. But there's another distributed rendering project, another distributed compute project that's coming out of the show that is not necessarily a crypto project, right? I think that they are leveraging. No, they're not even. They're not even leveraging. I don't think they're leveraging tokens, right? They're not even tokenizing their rewards for doing the distributed compute. But I'm bringing them onto the show because we need to talk about this, and we need to talk about where projects can combine goals and where they can start to see eye to eye in terms of, hey, millions of GPUs in the world hashing Ethereum, right? Hashing on behalf of Ethereum and on ZEC, right? And how do we get them working on something that's useful to a third party so they pay us money? Julian says many altcoins that promised ASIC resistance are dead. No way Bitmain isn't paying off devs. How can we prevent this in the future? It's a death nail for crypto. It's a really good question. Yeah, how do we keep the larger players from coming in with money and buying up? Like, that's one way for them to do it, is to buy up IP. And if they're not buying up intellectual property from these companies, then yeah, like what are they buying instead? Are they just buying allegiance? Are they buying silence? Are they keeping us from being able to move forward with what we already have in favor of trying to sell us something else that they know is obsolete, right? It's planned obsolescence with ASICs. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ASICs from 2 years ago are still hashing. If they are, they're only hashing in markets where power is either completely free, either totally free, subsidized by the government 100%, or costs less than 2 cents. So yeah, 44.0. I see what you're throwing into the comments, and I'm familiar because I interviewed directly with an officer from a C-level executive from San M. They were on the show, so we'll see if they can come back onto the show and speak specifically to the usability of their platform. So guys, this is what I got for the show today. We were able to identify one project that we think probably not worth looking into. You guys said it was a scam. I still don't feel comfortable saying that word yet, because it's not like cloud mining where they're saying, hey, just prepay us all this money. We don't know if we actually have machines. it looks like they at least have a GitHub account. Who knows, maybe the developers actually believe that they are legit. 44.0 is asking, is Substratum a scam in general? Well, we could talk about that at another time. So Substratum as opposed to just using SSL. I don't know that it's a scam. I don't know that it's necessary, but I don't know that it's a scam per se. And so Roderick asked also, this is an important question. What would people do if Google came out with their own coin and banned all other coin solicitation on their platform? Google is perfect for it. Infrastructure and everything already in place. That's part of the reason that I think it's important for us not to allow for the cart to get before the horse, right? We don't just allow the institutional money to come in and say like, all right, we bless you with money. Look what we did. We invented crypto, right? Like the Apple approach, right? Essentially, where it's like, oh, wow, people lost their minds over the iPad. And it's like, dude, it's just a really big smartphone. Like, really? It's a really big iPhone. Yay. Woo. That you can't make phone calls on for a couple of years because there weren't that many really good chat apps for Wi-Fi or, voice over IP apps. Like, we can't just let the big institutional investors come in and say, like, we bless you with blockchain, right? We have to have it the other way around where it's like, no, we are creating something that eliminates trust. Now you guys have to make something that actually impresses us. We've got to think critically about it. Yeah. I'd be mining Google right away. Ka-ching. I don't know. I don't know if Google would go for that. I really don't, because they're not in the habit of buying from consumers, right? They're not in the habit of buying from us. It's, I think, a long shot to believe that Google would be interested in doing that. Anyway, guys, so Jeffed Up just repeats right here that he thinks that Block.money is an exit scam. If anything, that's the strongest possibility. It's the strongest threat vector to anybody who's interested in buying their coins or in mining their coins, is that the moment that they are actually listed on any meaningful exchange, these guys are going to take their pre-mine and dump it. Has it happened before? Many a time. Yep, many, many a time. All right, guys. So that's what I got today. Somebody mentioned one last coin here, and it makes me very sad to have to bring it up, because there are sometimes people who bring up images like, what about think of the children, think of the homeless folks drinking Fanta orange, think of these two women who are exhausted trying to sleep and were bothered by this photographer, and think of these kids sitting on cardboard. It actually is really sad. It really is sad to see poverty in developing nations, but it's also really sad to consider, because it's pervasive, that there are lots of people, right? Lots of people. Yeah, lots of people who live this way. So let's talk about Catholic coins. What is Catholic coins? You guys know that I'm a person of faith. So for my part, I'm going to try to take a look at this in as fair and balanced an opinion as I can. Roderick, don't give your Bitcoin to Starbucks, right? Right? Don't give your Bitcoin to Starbucks. Don't give it to Microsoft. Yeah. Wait, Roderick, your wife's name is literally Fanta? I mean, I'm not going to ask how old she is, but I mean, this has been a drink. Like when I was a kid, I was drinking Fanta Orange. And I'm not like in my early 20s or whatever. Just saying. But Catholic coins. Let's take a look. Help the most disadvantaged. We've got to ask how. They're trying to pull at our heartstrings. So what's this all about? Let's move past that. It seems like a heartless thing to do, right? And they're banking on us being people who are like, oh, I want to help alleviate suffering. A very worthy goal. But how do you do it? How do you erase poverty? The United States has really struggled with that, for a long time, right? So let's talk about this. Founded in 2018 for Catholic investors. Well, they've identified who they're selling to. So guys, we talked before about like asking the important question, right? Why? That's one really big really big important question. I sometimes replace that when I'm training large groups, when I'm like when I've worked with my Fortune 10 clients before, and I boil it down to two major questions. So what? Essentially why? So what? And who cares? Why? And who? Who's this for? They've at least identified who they're trying to sell to. And they're trying to sell to Catholics, which it might make this more messed up. It's like by Catholics for Catholics, like way to go and like crap on your own people. That's nice. Okay. But 44.0, more to your point, it's like, dude, what if somebody came up with Muslim coin? How offensive would that be? Right? Or wanted to be like really offensive and made it like Elohim coin, right? For Jews. It's Elohim coin for Jews. By Jews for Jews. Elohim coin. Get yourself some. It's so good it'll make a bush burn. It would be so offensive, right? Where it's like, okay, you got the insider lingo, you're trying to make people feel like they belong, and then take their money. It's super messed up, right? Like, I don't trade on my religion with other people that around me that share it. I don't try to make people think like, oh, I'm so much holier than you are. You should come and give me your money because I'm so holy. Yes, it's messed up. So our foundation is a nonprofit built upon the bedrock of charitable giving and digital currencies. That's why we want to leverage blockchain technology in accomplishing various charity-driven projects that support good causes and emancipate humanitarian initiatives. So, oh my goodness. Oh, Roderick. Okay. Yeah. No, that tracks. The age, that tracks. Because Fanta was like, Fanta was the business in 1981. 81, 80, 82, right? So, yeah. Yes, and 44.0, I know that Jewcoin already exists. And the actual ticker symbol is Jew. And it's hilarious. But I think that it's kind of tongue-in-cheek. I think it's kind of a joke. I don't think that they're like, oh, it's for uniquely Jewish concerns. And you should definitely get this and make it the native currency for your child's bar or bat mitzvah. Like, that would be so offensive, I think. Maybe they do. Maybe we should look it up just to keep things fair and balanced here, right? Somewhat fair and balanced. So Judeo-Christian, right? But like, I don't know. It infuriates me. People are like, well, you should definitely come. You should definitely come to church with me, where we will discuss our plans to go and like rape and pillage, like by defrauding people. Crazy. That's so yeah. And I don't know the blockchain is uniquely suited. Again, it's one of those things where maybe we don't need to blockchainify our religion. If you're a person of faith and this is important to you, I don't know that we need to blockchainify it. Maybe. John, I am with you, and you struck a chord with me talking about vets. They give so much. They give so much, especially people who've seen combat. They give so much, and we dehumanize them by forcing them to go into situations where we're not really designed to witness that kind of atrocity to other people and then go back to a life of luxury and comfort and somehow shrug it off. The moment that we start to become calloused by witnessing serious cruelty to others and war, we kind of get mentally wrecked and maintain like an ability to only do that thing. Like our minds are like a broken record, right? And stuff just plays back. Our vets, they so get the short end of the stick. So in this country, to see vets like largely go ignored and be put in conditions where there's not a lot of compassion and not a lot of real understanding as to how to help them reintegrate, how to help them get from soldiering into the flow of how life operates now. I don't know. Yeah. Smallest violin in the world. I've got buddies who are vets who are like, yeah, I'm figuring this out. I'm going to be okay. But at the same time, I think what we put them through is stupid. So Catholic Coin is an Ethereum decentralized cryptocurrency that fosters charitable donations globally, mainly for Catholic investors. Yeah, right. Vet coin. Here's the thing. Like, the thing that maybe kind of bothers me about it is that we have to make a coin for everything. Why not just come up with a smart contract, like a single smart contract that people can mine to, that is like a fund. You can create a fund that isn't a brand new coin. You know what I mean? Why do a new coin? Is it because you want to pre-mine a certain amount for yourself? Yeah, Roderick, I think VTC might be taken, possibly. But yeah, so for me, I'm always suspicious. Like, why do we need a new coin for that? Can't we create some kind of a different structure for it? Right? Like, I don't know. Yeah. So create foster homes for the elderly, eliminate setbacks, track and vet how their donations are spent. Catholic Coins is a crypto-based charity coin that creates campaigns and lets the global Catholic community to actively participate. The English is off. In donating funds for orphans and senior citizens and homes of the elderly. It is a nonprofit behind Catholic Coin. Where are they based? Their English is a little bit off. There's a built-in tithe. That's a cool way of putting it. Here's the issue, though. When you're talking about it being related to a religious institution, does that tithe actually go to the religious institution, or does it go to this nonprofit foundation that is only loosely related to it by invoking its name? Like, that's the thing about, so religions and certain collegiate, certain, not college football sports, but certain brands, right? Certain non-professional sports brands, you can say their name all you want. You can put their name on anything you want, and there's no legal precedent to stop you. Certainly not in the United States or the UK. So you can shill the ever-living life out of a name like Catholic Coin, and the Vatican will never stop you. They never can. Put it that way. I am not Catholic, guys. Disclosure. I'm not Catholic. I have good friends who I grew up around who are. And I have good friends who I grew up around who are Jewish. Some who are Orthodox, some who are not. And I have good friends who I grew up around who are Muslim. I have good friends who I grew up around who are totally atheist, like militantly anti-theist. I kind of know people from across the board, so it's kind of weird. So when I talk about this, like, I'm trying to stay as fair and balanced as possible. So yeah, I donate. That's just it. The question is always to whom, right? When it comes to nonprofits, you got to know who you're working with. Volunteer, lawyer, advisor. Wow. Lucia seems like a very nice person. I don't want to say anything untoward. Catholic volunteer. Wait. Catholic entrepreneur volunteer. I'm sorry, I missed that. For the second line is all I saw, and I'm like, oh, she's just a volunteer? But they're apparently both Catholic volunteers, and that, my friends, yes, it matters. Lawyer, advisor, business head developers. You know what to say, behind every good Italian technology is a strong team of indie developers. How it works, Catholic Coin, we don't have 3 minutes. Sorry, guys. Fork Delta, Ether Delta, Token Jar, Roadmap, Q4 2017. Concept creation and validation, exploration of technical feasibility, first project draft. Launching the beta of CatholicCoins.org platform, including the built-in web wallet. Launching the token presale. Wow, that launch button. Introduce the... So, Roll Tide Mining, I'm going to take that one head on. There are multiple people in the comments who will answer that question for you because they've used it, and the mining returns that they've gotten are not fraudulent. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's the only response that I think that you need from me for right now. So go ahead and anybody who's in the comment section, you see Roll Tide Mining had a question there about whether or not a certain technology is a scam. Go ahead and let Roll Tide Mining know your experience with it. Communication campaign, all right. Development of applications. Wow, Q1 of 2019. So they literally are saying they haven't had to do anything, any kind of development work since 2017, and they're basically doing community outreach in order to get more people to donate. In their defense, in their favor, running a nonprofit is hard. I have some friends that have run nonprofits before. But I mean, like they've really gone out of their way. And they didn't make it about their religion. They didn't make it about the denomination that they were aligned with. They made sure that they had really good ecumenical discussions with groups of other faiths. And I don't just mean other Christians. I mean other people around the world who decided we want to do something that is charitable and good. And then they bought up property to be able to set up pop-up businesses in Africa, and they employed local artisans, and they got people working, and they paid them fairly based on local average incomes so they didn't disrupt local economies. And it did all of this work. And I talked to this person, and this person was like, Yeah, that's pretty much driving me crazy. I stopped doing the nonprofit and I went and created a regular business. I kept all of the other pieces in place, all of them. Same supply chain, working with the same communities, employing the same people, getting them the same income, improving their quality of life, building a well, improving the prospects for the local community by building a road through their town so they could do trade from where they live to the nearest city center. Did all that stuff as a regular business, and my life is way better now because people don't ask me, well, what's in it for you? What are you hiding? Because this is one of those people that was legit. This person was just like, they just wanted to help. And by opening a nonprofit, all they got was hate. And it was always a struggle to try to raise funds. So they said, all right, we found a business model. The business model works. So now we're going to go do corporate sales. And they do corporate sales of these artisanal gifts, right? Where there's an area of Africa that they pretty much, and they've locked it down to like, hey, this is a community that we know, we trust. We've got a community liaison. Rather, they're part of our business structure now. They're on the org chart, and so yeah, they were just kind of like, all right, pretty much. And Roll Tide Mining, I noticed you did a follow-up comment there. Hey, no one's going to try to convince you that you have to, right? Like, no one's going to try to convince you that you have to. But if you've ever used Claymore, you've used closed source software. So if you've ever used Claymore for any significant period of time, then any argument that it's closed source so you can't trust it is invalid. Period. With all respect. If you've ever used Claymore, the argument breaks apart. So, but this friend of mine who ran the nonprofit just said like, all right, I kept all the other business structure in place. I was able to improve the quality of life for this entire village of people in Africa without it being like a proselytizing mission and going and telling them like, hey, Jesus looks like me. I'm white. It's so bad. But there's the real savior complex with a lot of people, right? So without it becoming a religious thing, this person just had it in their heart to go and do something that was a big gesture to help lift up somebody in a developing nation within the huge continent of Africa. And yeah, T-Boy, you're right. If you ever used Windows also, or if you've ever used Flash on Linux, right? If you ever used closed source libraries on Linux, you can't say that either. Anyway, there are a ton of arguments there, guys. Right. And there are versions of other miners, right? So EWBF, isn't there a developer fee on EWF? It's not open source. So if you use EWBF, CC miner, I think, is open source, right? No dev fee, possibly, but there's a limited number of mining applications that have zero dev fee. So anyway, guys, huge tangent. All I'm saying is that like when it comes to running a nonprofit, it is very, very hard. Pizza, you're right. Life is kind of a scam, right? It's like, hey, you have all these talents and gifts and abilities. Go into the world. And they're like, here's a shovel. Shut up. Start mining. Yeah. So, guys, I missed a lot of the comments in there. Things started to heat up just a little bit. And, guys, I just want to, let's make sure that as a community, we're reaching out at Olive Branch. I don't want to make it sound as though, as a community, we're being disrespectful when somebody voices an opinion that's different. So, yeah, I'm seeing somebody in the comments say like, hey, I have got an issue with trust here. You are welcome to distrust anything you want, but please look for evidence. There are plenty of people in the comment section right here who told you that they've been able to use that software, benefit from it, and not get like doxxed or swatted or have all their personal financial info stolen, because you don't leave that kind of info on your mining rigs, do you? Okay, so I'm not really sure where the rest of the argument is. And what I'm going to say is, as a miner, if you want to decrease your hash rate, I'm going to invite you to do that. You please decrease your hash rate. We'll increase ours. That's fine. You don't have to. Don't have to increase it. No one's going to force you to. So, yeah, Roderick, you're right. Tech is a lot more profitable when the right people are the face of the company. And you have issues with PR with a lot of different places. Here, I'm going to say that with Catholic Coin, that's the thing. They've also positioned themselves to not be criticized, right? Where it's like, oh, it's Catholic Coin. You don't want to say anything bad about the church. Unless you're one of those people who's like, nah, man, I'm on a mission here to like disprove the Catholic Church. I hate the Catholic Church. So anything that I can say, Catholic coins, I'm gonna be all salty about that. I hate Catholic coins. This is the terriblest project ever. So mad, so salty. I don't think I need to be that guy to just say, I'm suffering a bit like our commenter from before. I'm suffering from a bit of mistrust here because nonprofits are hard. You do have to campaign a lot, and I've got friends that have run them. I have a friend that still runs one. If you ever look at Lifting Hands International, Haley and I went to film school together. The CEO of Lifting Hands International, get this, she lives in Syrian refugee camps for like half the year. As a single female, she lives in Syrian refugee camps to help families land and like help their children not drown as they're crossing large bodies of water. Yeah, Joel, you're right. Adding a religious connotation. Yeah, it's like, we're okay. We're holy. We took communion today. And we represent the Catholic Church. Except that they don't. They are not a part of the Catholic Church's actual organizational structure, right? There is no link to the Vatican here. That's what I'm going to say. That's the first thing I'll say, is that they are not represented by the actual Catholic Church, nor any of the Orthodox branches anywhere throughout the world, right? They're not part of the Russian Church. They're not part of any other churches from the UK or across the EU. So, yeah. Yeah. Right? So, John, can I get a witness? Crypto has risen. I'm just kidding. It totally dropped. Totally dropped dead. So bad. Yeah. Such a bad thing to say. Guys, I promise I'm not always blaspheming, but when I do, clearly it's like subtle, low-key blasphemy. Jeez. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned because when they say that they're Catholic coin, they're not represented by the Catholic Church. It's kind of a weird thing to say. That'd be like, again, it'd be like a friend of mine being like, well, hey, I had a bar mitzvah. Cool, Jew coin. I claim Jew coin because I had a bar mitzvah. Okay. Are you like some prominent rabbi? Like, do you run a local like state chapter or country chapter? Are you whatever? And Blacklight, I can appreciate your opinion there. I can appreciate your opinion. I can see how a lot of people would see it that way. Organized religion is a point of contention for a lot of folks, which is why I don't preach at you on the show. I do like to talk about being fair, right? Fair and open-minded. So, as seen on these channels, they went out of the way to do their PR correctly, so they can list these, but it doesn't mean that these are an endorsement of who they are. This is an appeal to authority, right? And it is a logical fallacy. Like, if you called up News OK and NBC 12, they wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Catholic coin, totally, we endorse them. Right? Yeah. Roderick. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. It could totally happen. The Catholic Church is like, wait, seriously? The Vatican, right? Like 11 megaton nuclear warhead of the Vatican's attention, giant 70 gigawatt laser. Goodbye, Catholic coin. Oh, buried. So, yeah. Direct donation. Donate with coin payments. All right. Coinpayments.net, huh? What? That's not how that's supposed to work. I middle clicked that so it would go to it. No! Coinpayments.net, where you can transfer any old coin into ours. Contact us. Bitcoin Talk. Instagram. Who? Instagram? Why does a coin project need an Instagram? I don't understand this. YouTube. Well, now out of morbid curiosity, I want to see if they can actually prove. No. Oh dear. 3 subscribers. 2 videos. No projects. Guys, this breaks my heart. It really does. Coming from somebody who rubs elbows with actual nonprofits, I have no words. I have no words for this, guys. I'm just really disappointed. Because all this other stuff, this is stock footage, stock photos. You can get this anywhere. $10 subscription to a stock photo site gets you all these photos in an afternoon. And then claiming that it is endorsed by a religious institution and providing zero proof of actual nonprofit effort. Zillionator's asking about the disclaimer. Invest at your own risk. There is no guarantee for future success. Yeah, I'm done here, guys. This has got me depressed. I'm done here. Oh my goodness. Okay, John, you're mentioning, have to remember as a miner that this is a game of risk. Just like the stock market, you have to realize that life itself is a risk. Like the old joke, only guarantee in life is death and taxes. That is true, sir. That's true. That said, I don't want to have these guys on my screen for another second. Yeah, thoroughly disappointed, guys. So, yeah, Rackley, thank you. Thank you for framing that correctly. I think that we've got an issue here where somebody's trying to identify and appeal to authority by aligning themselves with a religion, and they are clearly just have other motives. All right, guys. Yeah, I think jury's out on that one. I don't want to call it the S word. It is a 4-letter word after all. I don't want to call it the S word, but I am going to say, would I let somebody I know buy that? No. Would I let them mine it? Not a chance. All right, guys. Roderick, love is a scam. You just talked about your wife. Come on, man. Did she watch this show? All right. So, yeah, guys, I appreciate that. Thank you, John. And yeah, I will say we extended the invitation to Block.money. Let's pop open Discord to see if they have responded. I don't think that they are responsive. Doop. Nothing. They haven't responded there. Just one more time. Yeah, they haven't responded. We'll see if they reach out. So Block.money, 10 out of 10, would not mine, would not buy. Catholic Coins, 10 out of 10, would not buy, would not mine if they offered proof of work. So just not very happy. Ooh, not very happy with that at all. All right, so Roderick, one last comment here. You say, how much have you lost when the love market crashed on you? Yeah, you might have bounced back, but the crashes will make you crazy. You know, I do agree with you there. It can be hard to bounce back when somebody has pledged so much to you, and it turns out to not be what you'd hoped for. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate you hitting that like button. Appreciate you hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon so you're notified when new videos like this come out. As you know, I love your face, and let's watch this video as an outro.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, big connect? Let me tell you guys, big connect. I am so excited. I am so happy. Let me tell you, I love Big Connect. Yes. Hey, 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 everybody. My name is Carlos. Let me tell you, I love. Whoa. Yeah. I love. Whoa, what's up? No. That's a scam. No. What am I gonna do? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. What's up? Big connect! Let me tell you guys, big connect! I am so excited. I am so happy. Let me tell you, I love big connect! Yes! Hey, everybody. My name is Carlos. Let me tell you, I love. Whoa! Yeah. I love. Wow! Big connect! Whoa! What's up? What am I gonna do? Hey. What's up? Big connect! Let me tell you guys, big connect! I am so excited. I am so happy. Let me tell you, I love big connect! Yes! Hey, everybody. My name is Carlos. Let me tell you, I love. Whoa! Yeah. I love. Wow! Big connect! Whoa! What's up?